everyone, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Sandy. Let me tell you something. If you're anything like me, if you're about my age, grew up in my era, you are probably used to all of the really super delicious recipes, thinking that they have to be cooked low and slow and simmered on the stove forever to make them absolutely amazing. Yes, there are a few of them, but let me tell you something. Today I am in the mood for some chicken and noodles, and a co-worker brought her recipe for chicken and noodles, or brought chicken and noodles to share with us one evening for lunch, and they were absolutely phenomenal. And when I asked her for her recipe, I said, I gotta have that recipe. I gotta have that recipe. I could not believe how super easy they were. When I normally make chicken noodles, I usually use like a rotisserie chicken, or I cook my chicken from, you know, the very beginning. I am going to add a couple extra things in it. She did not add any fresh onions or celery. When you think of creamy, delicious chicken and noodles, this is the recipe that you're going to want to make. So super easy and so downright home comfort cooking. Delicious. Got my trusty tea here. I am so thirsty. Been thirsty all day. So what you need to do is, we're going to do the onion last, just because it makes me cry every single time. I'm going to chop up this carrot. I got 2 of them here. I'm just going to chop them kind of thin. Again, the only reason I'm doing the carrots, onion, and celery is just because I think it would add a nice addition to it. But I mean, it would be perfectly fine if you do not have these things on hand, because she didn't add any of this to her chicken and noodles. I know what you're thinking. Well, they couldn't be good. Let me tell you something. I would not lie to you. They were amazing, and it just boils down to the combination of the 4 basic ingredients that she used. So we're just going to cut these up. Again, just for a little bit of color, I'm going to cut that in half. I'm making a big old pot of these today because I plan on sharing some with my neighbors. So I'm going to make a big old pot of them. Probably just use 1 small, maybe 1.5 of celery. Now for the onion. I did end up cutting 2 small cloves of garlic to go in this as well. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter into my pot. I thought I had the camera on, but I didn't. I just turned it on, but it didn't hit record. I went ahead and added my carrots, celery, and onions in there, and 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. So we're just going to kind of cook these until they're a little translucent in color. They will continue to cook in the stock that I'm going to cook them in, but I do want to give them a head start in cooking. I love the smell of this mixture. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. We're not going to add a whole lot because you know, we have the chicken stock and the bouillons that we're going to use as well. And I'm going to add some black pepper. I gotta put some peppercorns in my pepper shaker. I like a lot of pepper. A lot of pepper. And then we're just gonna stir these. Again, that's my ice maker over there, so just ignore that. And we're gonna let these cook probably about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. And then we're going to add the garlic and let that cook maybe for another additional minute or so. Let's add our garlic. And we're going to cook this for maybe additional 1 to 2 minutes. Just to cook a little bit of that the rawness of the garlic out. And then you're going to add 2 of the 32-ounce containers of chicken stock. We're going to add about 2 cups of water. I might end up adding just a little bit more. Give that a stir. And you're also going to add a can of cream of chicken soup. We're going to add these chicken bouillons, and it has to be these. I'm telling you, this makes a world of difference. The Knorr chicken bouillon cubes. I was always bought, you know, just a little off-brand, the ones that come in the container, the little plastic container. But I'm telling you, these are so much better. I am a changed woman, I tell you. We're going to add 2 of those in there. Now we're going to give that a stir. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer just until the veggies get nice and tender. It should only take about maybe 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. The carrots are cooked perfectly, and what you need to add is the canned chicken. This stuff, you can get this at Walmart, anywhere. It's like $8 or $9 a can, and I'm telling you, it is so good. I had never honestly bought canned chicken or beef or pork or anything like that before, but I'm telling you, it is so tender and so delicious. And you just add that right in. I am a changed woman when it comes to the canned meat. We're going to give that a stir. Kind of separate that chicken a little bit. Ooh, that's a boiling good, isn't it? Now we're going to add our noodles. You can buy the ones in the refrigerated section, or you can use anything. I like to use the fettuccine noodles. They're a little bit thicker than regular noodles, and I think they work out perfectly with chicken and noodles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to break this in about 3s. Steam is hot. I'm going to use about 1.5 packs. These are 16 ounces because I plan on sharing with my neighbors. And then once you have them all in there, you give them a stir. Oh, that's going to make a big old pot of chicken and noodles, isn't it? And then you just let it cook. Probably for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And then what I do is I just put a lid on them and then push them to the back of the stove and let them sit for an additional 5 or 10 minutes. Alright, I want you to look at these. Look how amazing those look. Get down in here, guys. Look at that. Look how delicious that is. I've got my potatoes going, making me some mashed potatoes to go with it. If you wanted to throw in a little parsley for color, hey, you go right ahead. But these, I'm telling you, you will not make another chicken and noodle after you make it this way. Literally takes maybe an hour to make these, if that. And I'm telling you what, they are absolutely phenomenal. Look at those. You have to make these. If you don't make anything else today, go to the store and get the stuff to make these. They're amazing. So good. I hope you like this recipe. I sure like it. Kathy, thanks for sharing it with me. You know I love you guys very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Take care.